Hello once again and welcome to the 10th episode of MMOFTW, your recap of the top stories from the week that was in the MMO world. I'm Bill Murphy, your nerdy little host for this show, and we've got a bunch of news to cover, so let's get started. TERA is getting its biggest patch yet in the Argon Queen update. Planetside 2 revealed the full cinematic trailer from Blur Studios. Final Fantasy XIV unleashed its Rebirth trailer, and Blizzard announced the Mists of Pandaria launch date. That's right, the monks are almost here. And in our Community Spotlight editorial segment, we'll take a look at the downed state in Guild Wars 2 and whether or not it adds or detracts from the PvP. All of this, and you won't hear that damn Gautier song anymore because, well, we hate him too. This is MMOFTW.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
First up is the announcement of TERA's big content update, the Argon Queen. Due in August, the patch will bring with it a host of new improvements. The Battlegrounds are making their triumphant return to the game since being delayed back in beta, and will pit folks in two 15-person teams to duke it out in a place called Freywind Canyon. Warriors are also receiving some buffs to their tanking ability, while Lancers are gaining some mobility, and several new dungeons are being added as well, including Manaya's Core, where players will finally take on the Argon Queen herself. There's even the first ever 10-person raid coming to TERA in the Nexus Traverse. You keep an eye on MMORPG.com for more details as they become available. And moving now across the world to China, last week, and right here on MMORPG.com at 10 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, because I like to recount the full history of our website, SOE revealed the full cinematic trailer for the upcoming MMO FPS Planetside 2. Designed by the wizards at Blur Studios and highlighting the fight of one of the new conglomerate's soldiers' life, the trailer gives a good blood-pumping look at what war might be like in Planetside's sequel. Even if it doesn't focus on gameplay footage at all, it's still pretty awesome, and we think you'll agree. You can find the full trailer at youtube.com/MMORPG.com. Next up on the trailer list, because that's really all we have this week, is Final Fantasy XIV. If you're not aware, if you've been hiding under a rock somewhere, the game launched to a plethora of critical disdain and player disappointment and has been undergoing significant overhauls for some time now. Well, it looks like Square Enix is really making a go of relaunching the MMO, as it revealed the first of several new trailers aimed at drumming up hype for the newly titled Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. We've got a few folks tracking this one that are eager to see how it turns out, and we'll be sure to give you all the details as we get them on Square's relaunched MMORPG. And last, but certainly, well, most definitely not least, this week, Blizzard announced the release date for World of Warcraft's Mists of Pandaria expansion. Everyone who wants to roll a Pandaren monk, battle their pets, or throw a kegger with monkeys will be able to do so come September 25th of 2012. The expansion is available for digital pre-order now on battle.net and in stores for the boxed copies as well. The digital deluxe edition, which are for $60, comes with a special mount and pet, Diablo 3 banners and accents, and even some StarCraft 2 portraits. Meanwhile, the physical collector's edition will include all of this, plus a collector's art book, a Mists of Pandaria mousepad, a behind-the-scenes DVD and Blu-ray combo, and even the soundtrack to the new expansion itself. You can head over to battle.net for the full details. Okay, well, now finally we come to my favorite part of each episode, the Community Spotlight. You see, each week our own community manager, Michael Bitton, pulls a popular or contentious, or sometimes both, thread from our forums and lets me weigh in with my 2 cents here on MMOFTW. This week it's all about the down state mechanic in Guild Wars 2 and whether or not it adds or detracts from the game's player versus player combat. You see, for me, while I suck at PvP, the answer is still a no-brainer. I believe it really adds a whole new layer to the action. Coordinated groups can revive down friends, and a player who was this close to killing his opponent can still do so if he's quick with his hotkeys, while downed and clinging to life. Meanwhile, there's also that whole finish 'em mechanic, where you can reach up into the air and pull down a spear from the heavens and impale your foe, completely killing him and giving him no chance of getting back up again. To me, it just adds a whole new layer to combat. Instead of just killing somebody, having them respawn, and rinsing and repeating. This adds a lot more coordination and a lot more thinking to the process of PvP if you're a coordinated group. So, my 2 cents, like I said. Anyway, that'll do it for this week's MMOFTW. Don't forget to follow us on MMORPG.com, both at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, with the username MMORPGcom. That's MMORPGcom. You can also follow me, Bill Murphy, on Twitter at @TheBillMurphy. It's like the Oprah, but not as important or awesome or rich. And again, as always, folks, don't let a bad pug get you down.